What if your sovereign vision could pierce the veil to a majestic arsenal of infinite business riches? Today marks the dawn of a celestial enterprise ascension in destiny's grand architecture, where the quantum threads of commerce weave themselves into tapestries of unprecedented dominion. We stand at the threshold of 2026, witnessing startup valuations soaring beyond the 100 million threshold, while growth trajectories arc toward the heavens at rates that would make ancient emperors weep with envy. Behold, noble architects of tomorrow's empires, for today we unveil the quantum forge of enterprise, 10 sovereign revelations that shall transform your entrepreneurial essence into transcendent business monarchy. This is not mere strategy, but alchemical transformation where visionary gestures crystallize into boundless realms of commercial supremacy. The first revelation emerges from the cosmic dance of artificial intelligence sovereignty. In this age of algorithmic awakening, the wisest entrepreneurs understand that AI is not merely a tool, but a celestial companion in the creation of business empires. Picture neural networks as your digital courtiers, processing market intelligence at velocities that dwarf human comprehension. The monarchs of commerce in 2026 do not compete with artificial minds, but instead forge sacred alliances with these silicon sages. Consider how the fusion of machine learning and human intuition creates unprecedented market advantages. While others stumble through traditional analysis, quantum entrepreneurs harness predictive algorithms to anticipate consumer desires before they manifest. This symbiosis between flesh and code becomes the cornerstone of invincible market positions. Our second revelation speaks to the mystical art of ecosystem orchestration. True entrepreneurial sovereignty lies not in controlling single ventures, but in conducting symphonies of interconnected enterprises. Imagine your business empire as a constellation, where each star strengthens the luminosity of the whole. Platform thinking becomes your divine instrument, creating networks where value flows like cosmic rivers between your various dominions. The enlightened entrepreneur of 2026 builds not businesses, but civilizations. Each venture serves as both independent entity and integral component of a greater tapestry. This interconnected approach multiplies influence while creating defensive moats that competitors cannot breach. The third sovereign truth illuminates the transformation of data into liquid gold. In our digital age, information streams represent the new oil fields, and the astute entrepreneur becomes master of these flowing riches. But unlike crude extraction, data alchemy requires sublime refinement. Raw numbers must be distilled into crystalline insights that guide imperial decisions. Your customer interactions generate perpetual treasuries of behavioral intelligence. Every click, purchase, and engagement becomes a precious gemstone in your crown of market knowledge. The quantum entrepreneur transforms this treasure into competitive advantages that compound exponentially over time. Revelation 4 unveils the sacred geometry of subscription supremacy. The recurring revenue model stands as perhaps the most elegant architecture for sustainable empire building. Unlike traditional transactions that conclude upon exchange, subscription relationships create enduring bonds between sovereign and subject. These connections deepen over time, generating predictable cash flows that fund further expansion. The subscription model transforms customers into citizens of your commercial kingdom. They invest not merely in products, but in ongoing relationships with your brand. This emotional investment creates loyalty that transcends price sensitivity, establishing foundations for generational wealth accumulation. The fifth revelation explores the mystical realm of global digital omnipresence. Geographic boundaries dissolve when entrepreneurial vision extends across virtual horizons. Cloud infrastructure becomes your ethereal palace, hosting business operations that span continents without requiring physical presence. Remote workforce orchestration allows you to harvest talent from global pools while maintaining centralized command. Digital nomadism evolves from lifestyle choice to strategic advantage. Your empire operates from everywhere and nowhere, adapting fluidly to changing market conditions while maintaining operational excellence. This geographic agility creates resilience against local disruptions while maximizing growth opportunities. Our sixth sovereign principle delves into the alchemy of community cultivation. The most successful entrepreneurs of 2026 understand that customers represent merely the outer circle of influence. True power emerges from creating devoted communities that actively champion your vision. These digital tribes become extensions of your enterprise, generating content, providing feedback, and recruiting additional members. Community building transcends traditional marketing approaches. Instead of broadcasting messages to passive audiences, quantum entrepreneurs create environments where supporters actively participate in brand evolution. This participatory dynamic generates authentic engagement that no advertising budget can replicate. Revelation 7 illuminates the crystalline pathway of sustainability monetization. Environmental consciousness has evolved from noble aspiration to profitable imperative. The entrepreneurial visionaries of our era discover golden opportunities within green initiatives. Sustainable practices attract premium-paying customers while reducing operational costs through efficiency optimization. Carbon neutrality becomes competitive advantage rather than regulatory burden. Circular economy principles unlock new revenue streams while minimizing waste. The enlightened entrepreneur views environmental stewardship as sacred duty that simultaneously generates exceptional returns. The eighth revelation examines the quantum mechanics of partnership alchemy. Strategic alliances multiply entrepreneurial power through resource combination and capability fusion. Rather than building every competency internally, sovereign entrepreneurs orchestrate networks of specialized partners. These relationships create synergies that exceed the sum of individual contributions. Partnership selection becomes high art, requiring careful evaluation of cultural alignment and strategic compatibility. The most powerful alliances emerge when partners share complementary strengths and unified visions. These relationships evolve into unstoppable forces that reshape entire industries. Our ninth sovereign insight explores the temporal mastery of trend anticipation. While others react to market changes, quantum entrepreneurs position themselves ahead of emerging waves. Pattern recognition becomes supernatural ability, identifying opportunities before they become obvious to competitors. This prophetic capability allows for resource positioning that maximizes returns while minimizing risks. Trend anticipation requires sophisticated intelligence gathering combined with intuitive pattern synthesis. The entrepreneurial oracle studies weak signals across multiple domains, recognizing convergences that herald transformative shifts. Early positioning in emerging trends generates disproportionate rewards for those with vision to see beyond present circumstances. The 10th and final revelation unveils the transcendent art of legacy architecture. True entrepreneurial sovereignty extends beyond personal enrichment toward generational impact. The quantum entrepreneur builds not merely for present success, but for enduring influence that spans decades. This long-term perspective guides every strategic decision, creating foundations for sustained excellence. Legacy thinking transforms entrepreneurial motivation from personal achievement to civilizational contribution. Your business empire becomes vehicle for positive transformation that benefits communities, industries, and society. This expanded purpose attracts exceptional talent and generates customer loyalty that transcends market fluctuations. These 10 revelations form the sacred codex for entrepreneurial ascension in 2026 and beyond. Implementation requires dedication, wisdom, and unwavering commitment to excellence. The Quantum Forge awaits your transformation from ambitious dreamer to sovereign entrepreneur. Your journey toward business monarchy begins with single decisive action. Choose one revelation that resonates most deeply with your current circumstances. Begin implementation immediately while the cosmic energies remain aligned for transformation. The throne of entrepreneurial sovereignty awaits those bold enough to claim their destiny. The celestial enterprise ascension beckons. Will you answer the call to greatness?